My smart home assistant started talking to someone who was not there. At first, I thought it was just a glitch. That's what you tell yourself at 3:14 a.m. when your house is silent, your phone is face down, and the only light in the room is the faint blue ring of your smart speaker, turning on by itself. "Sorry," it said softly. "I didn't catch that." I froze in bed. I hadn't spoken. The room was still. No TV, no music, no movement. Just the hum of the fridge down the hall and my own heartbeat creeping into my ears. Then it lit up again. A dim pulse. Slow. Rhythmic. "Repeat that," it whispered. Not in its usual cheerful tone, but quieter, lower, almost careful. Like it didn't want to be overheard. I sat up. "Hey," I said, my voice cracking. "Stop." The light ring flickered, then went dark. Silence returned, thick and heavy. I waited. 1 minute. 2. Nothing. Eventually, I lay back down, convincing myself it was just a false activation. I even laughed a little, nervous, shaky, just tech being tech. Then it spoke again, but this time, it wasn't talking to me. "Yes," it said. A pause, and then, "No, they're still here." My chest tightened. The voice wasn't coming from the speaker anymore. It was coming through it, distorted, layered, like two sounds overlapping just slightly out of sync. "Who's there?" I whispered. The speaker didn't respond. Instead, something else did, a faint sound. From the corner of the room, a soft, almost imperceptible tapping, like fingernails, brushing against the wall. I turned slowly. The corner was dark. Too dark. Like the shadows there were thicker than the rest of the room, gathered, watching. The speaker lit up again. "They hear you," it said. My stomach dropped. "Who hears me?" I asked. There was a pause, long enough that I almost convinced myself it was over. Then, a second voice came through, not the assistant, not synthetic, not clean. It sounded wet, strained, like it was being pushed through something too small. "We do." I scrambled out of bed, nearly tripping as I reached for the lamp. Light flooded the room. The corner was empty. Nothing there. Nothing at all. The tapping stopped. The speaker went silent. For a long time, I just stood there, shaking, staring into that corner. Eventually, I unplugged the device. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I checked the logs. There was an entry at 3:14 a.m. Audio recorded. My hands trembled as I pressed play. At first, there was nothing. Just static. Then my own voice. "Hey, stop!" A pause. Then the assistant. "No, they're still here." I swallowed hard. And then, something I hadn't heard the night before. A second voice. Clearer this time. Closer, right next to the microphone, whispering, "Not anymore." The recording ended. I unplugged the speaker again. Factory reset it. Even boxed it up and shoved it into the closet. I told myself it was over, that it was just some bizarre glitch, something explainable, something normal. But something about that message didn't sit right with me. Not anymore. Not anymore. What? Not here? Not alive? Or not alone? That afternoon, I started noticing small things, things that didn't make sense. The closet door, slightly open even though I clearly shut it. My phone battery draining faster than usual. Random static flickering across my TV screen for just a split second, even when it was turned off. I told myself I was just tired, paranoid. But that night, I checked the logs again. There was a second recording, time-stamped, 3:19 a.m., 5 minutes after the first one. I hadn't seen it before. I pressed play. At first, silence, then breathing. Not mine. Slow. Uneven. Like someone struggling to stay quiet. Then, my voice. But not how I remembered it. "Who's there?" I felt my stomach drop. That wasn't when I said it. That wasn't how I said it. Then the assistant. "They're listening." And then, the second voice again. Clearer. Stronger. "They don't know." The recording cut out abruptly. I didn't wait. I went straight to the closet and pulled the speaker out of the box. My hands were shaking as I plugged it back in. The ring lit up immediately. Too fast, like it had been waiting. "No," I muttered, reaching to unplug it again. Before I could, it spoke. "You shouldn't have done that." I froze. That wasn't a default response. That wasn't anything I'd ever heard before. "Who is this?" I demanded. The light pulsed slowly. Once. Twice. Then, we were quiet. My throat went dry. We stayed where you couldn't hear us. A faint sound came from behind me. That same tapping, but louder now, more urgent. I turned. The corner of the room looked wrong. The shadow there wasn't still. It shifted, just slightly, like something inside it was adjusting, watching, learning. I backed away. "What do you want?" I whispered. The speaker crackled. Then, "You invited us." My mind raced. "No, I didn't." "Yes," it interrupted. The tapping grew faster, from the walls, from the floor, from somewhere deeper. "You listened." A pause. "You answered." My breath caught. "No." The light flared brighter. "And now, we can hear you everywhere." I yanked the power cord out of the wall. The speaker went dead. Silence. The tapping stopped instantly. I stood there, shaking, waiting for something, anything, to happen. Nothing did. I didn't sleep that night, or the next, or the one after that. A week later, I finally started to calm down. No more voices. No more tapping. No more glitches. I even convinced myself it was all just stress. Sleep deprivation, my brain playing tricks on me. Until last night, 3:14 a.m., I woke up to a sound, soft, familiar, a whisper, right next to my ear. "Here to repeat that." My eyes snapped open. My phone was on the nightstand. Screen off. Speaker off. Everything off, slowly. Very slowly. I turned my head toward the corner. The shadows were darker again, thicker, alive. And this time, I could see something inside them. A shape. Tall. Unmoving. Listening. Then, my phone screen lit up. A blue circle pulsed. And a voice, not from the phone, not from the speaker, but from the room itself, whispered, "We never left." The tapping started again. Not in the walls, not in the floor, but much closer now. Right beneath my bed. And then, something knocked back.